My wife let her friends disrespect me. You deserve better, and he is out league. They smirked and she went along and so I left. But now she's watching me build a new life without her and she is desperate for a second chance. We've been married for 6 years when it started. My wife Jessica got a promotion at work and suddenly she had this whole new group of friends. Marketing executives, consultants, people who wore expensive suits and talked about brands I'd never heard of. I'm a high school history teacher. I make decent money but nothing crazy. I drive a 10-year-old Honda and buy my clothes at regular stores. Jessica used to love that about me, said I was real and down to earth. But after the promotion, things changed. She started inviting her work friends over for dinner parties. At first it was fine, just normal small talk and wine. But then I started noticing the comments. One night her friend Brittany looked at my shirt and said, "Oh, that's cute. Is that from Target?" Everyone laughed except me. Jessica just smiled and changed the subject instead of saying anything. Another time her friend Nicole was talking about vacation homes and turned to me. "Where do you and Jess usually vacation?" I said we liked camping in state parks because it was affordable and peaceful. The whole table went quiet for like 5 seconds. Then Nicole said, "Oh, how rustic," with this fake smile that made it clear she thought we were broke. Jessica jumped in real quick talking about how we were planning a real vacation soon even though we never discussed that, like she was embarrassed. The worst night was in March. Jessica invited 4 of her work friends over for dinner. I cooked my specialty, homemade lasagna that my mom taught me to make. Took me 3 hours. Her friend Amber took one bite and said, "This is interesting. Do you cook often?" Before I could answer, Brittany said, "Jess, you really won the lottery. A man who cooks and doesn't mind staying in his lane." They all laughed. Jessica laughed too. Staying in his lane, like I was beneath them, like I should be grateful my wife even married me. I excused myself and went to our bedroom. Sat there for an hour listening to them drink wine and talk about their careers. Nobody came to check on me, not even Jessica. Later that night after everyone left, I brought it up. Jessica said I was being too sensitive, that her friends were just joking around and I needed to lighten up. She said I was making things awkward by being so serious all the time. I asked her point blank if she was embarrassed of me. She hesitated for just a second too long before saying no. That hesitation told me everything I needed to know. 2 weeks later, we went to dinner with her friends again. This time at some fancy restaurant downtown where the menu didn't have prices. I ordered the cheapest thing I could find. Jessica's friend Nicole looked at her and said, "Jess, you deserve better than this," while gesturing at me like I wasn't even sitting there. "You could do so much better. He's honestly out of your league now." I waited for Jessica to defend me, to say something, anything. Instead, she just took a sip of her wine and said, "Sometimes I wonder what if." The whole table went quiet. Then they started laughing. I put my napkin on the table, stood up and walked out. Jessica called after me, but I didn't stop. I took an Uber home, packed a bag and stayed at my friend Marcus's place that night. Jessica texted me 47 times apologizing, saying she didn't mean it, that she was just caught up in the moment. But I'd heard enough. I filed for divorce the next week. Jessica was shocked. She cried and begged, said her friends were a bad influence and she'd cut them off. But it wasn't just about that one dinner, it was months of small disrespects that she allowed because she was embarrassed of who I was. The divorce was finalized in August. I kept teaching, started going to the gym more, picked up photography as a hobby. My students nominated me for Teacher of the Year and I actually won. Local news did a story about my teaching methods and suddenly I had schools from other districts reaching out. I got offers for better positions, speaking engagements, even a podcast interview about education reform. Started posting some of my photography online and got a decent following. Met someone new in October. Her name is Lauren. She's a nurse. She thinks it's cool that I'm a teacher. Never once made me feel small. Jessica found my Instagram somehow and saw pictures of me at gallery showings for my photography, traveling to conferences, living my actual life. She started texting again in November, said she made a huge mistake, that she missed me, that her promotion wasn't worth losing me over. Her friends weren't real anyway. They all stopped talking to her after the divorce. She asked if we could try again. I left her on red. Then she showed up at my school last week waiting by my car in the parking lot. She looked tired and sad, said she'd been following my life online and realized she threw away the best thing she ever had, that she was sorry for letting her friends treat me like I wasn't good enough. I told her the truth. I was good enough. I always was. She just didn't see it because she was too busy trying to impress people who didn't actually care about her. "I'm not angry anymore," I said, "but I'm not interested either." I drove away and watched her get smaller in my rearview mirror. Sometimes people don't realize what they have until they're watching someone else appreciate it.